I'm attempting to take public transit from San Francisco to Seattle, and there's just one rule. I can only take local public transit. That means no planes, no cars, no Amtrak, no Greyhound, only things like this.
The Bay Wheels bike share.
Because a while back I took public transit from San Francisco to Los Angeles, and I actually had a great time. The trip was long, stressful, and at times terrifying, but craziest of all, it worked. So I thought we'd kick it up a notch. Seattle is more than twice the distance, the journey is much more remote, and I've got a deadline. I have just 3 days to get there for a very specific reason, but you'll never guess it. Here's a hint anyway. If this works out, I'll be eating something when I get there. Right now it's 7 a.m. and if my plan is correct, I'll be riding more than 20 different transit bikes. The first one is one of my all-time favorites. I think we could all use a bit more fun and adventure in our lives, and my adventure starts on the Bay Wheels bike share.
Thanks to Incogni for sponsoring this video. More on them later. Oh no. I've chosen an e-bike that is out of battery, but that's okay, we don't have far to go. That was in fact an officer of the law running a red light. I do love these e-bikes. Of course, they're a little better when they're charged. That is a bad sign. Okay, here we go. Uh-oh. Right turn only, this is bad news. Okay. Bad news, the road I need to take is closed. So we are going pretty far out of our way. I think I have plenty of time, so this shouldn't become a bigger issue. I like to take bikes because it saves time, but that has not been the case today. More construction? Oh, here we go. This is new. We love to see Oakland under construction though. Trains are running on time, all right. 1 minute. I would like to get on this train in 1 minute. Probably gonna miss it. Oh, come on, wait for me.
The doors are closing. Please stand clear of the doors.
7:15 in the morning, and welcome to BART, the Bay Area's subway, kind of. This train will take me from Oakland into San Francisco, where this journey will officially start.
Embarcadero. Now here. Embarcadero.
Smooth enough. Turns out I am very early, so plenty of time for coffee. Bill's is never a bad choice. This is a new art installation and it is very controversial. Not hard to see why. That's Blue Bottle down there and it is very good, but again, controversial. Yeah, that's what I want. May I have a drip coffee, please? All right, we're looking for Larkspur. I think I have about 40 minutes. Okay, gates 8 a.m. Okay, I thought it was at 8:40. Turns out it's at 8 a.m. Good thing I'm early. Well, that could have been very bad. For some reason, I have it in my head that my ferry gets here at 8:40, but it actually gets here at 8. I don't know how I messed that up. That's it. Ferry will get me at gate C, which is this one right here, and I think that is my ferry over there. For the record, I love the ferry. The ferry is incredible, and you're about to see why. I tell people all the time that even if you're not going somewhere on the ferry, just taking the ride itself is worth it. It's incredible. It's the only way you can see the bay from the bay. And that's it. That's my ferry. Going from Marin into the city in the morning is always very crowded. It shouldn't be nearly that crowded for us. Larkspur, that's us. Three other people on the ferry with me. I am a little concerned about the schedule. Not sure how I messed this one up. My ferry is boarding right now, so I guess we just keep moving forward. Morning, how are you? How you doing? Larkspur. Thank you. Now, I don't like boats at all, but the ferry is a short ride, 30, 40 minutes, so this I can tolerate. Plus the views on this ride are just good enough to distract anyone. There's officially more crew on this boat than passengers, and I'm not complaining. This level of the boat, completely empty, 3 people upstairs, and me. This advertisement is actually pretty good advice. You should visit Angel Island.
Most people ride this ferry to work, but I'm lucky enough to ride this ferry for fun. The views are so good, so I'll be quiet for a moment and give you just a taste of this experience.
Oh man, I love the ferry. It is a much different experience outside the ferry than inside the ferry. It's just a totally different vibe in here.
Some good pictures?
Hard not to, you know?
Yeah, man, it's awesome. I've never been tired of them.
I'm taking a look at the online schedules, and I think I know what I messed up earlier. But it shouldn't be a problem. That is my least favorite bridge in the world, by the way. And that is San Quentin Prison, which means we're getting close to Larkspur. This guy was super nice. And we're here. I believe a grand total of 4 passengers rode the ferry over here. Let's see how many are riding it the other way. More. A lot more. This, I believe, is the worst connection that we will make on this entire trip. We got to cross a highway, and although I've done this before, I don't really remember how. I just remember that it wasn't very good. Last time I did this, I did not take that pedestrian bridge, but it's probably what I should have done, so we're doing it today. Marin. I get it. Ooh, a map. This is kind of helpful. We got off right there at San Francisco. I need to get to the SMART train over there. Oh. This way? Smart Connect, I'm guessing that's a shuttle? I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to do. I think the way I took last time was correct. So I guess I'm just gonna try that again. That map told me not to take the pedestrian bridge, so I'm not taking it. Okay, I think I figured it out. Last time I went that way, I should go that way. Oh, bit of off-roading. Okay, what does this sign tell me? Nothing. No information. Where is the train? Here we go. Train. Not so bad, just follow the signs. Train. And train. 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 Oh, here we go. Smart pathway. Train. Just kidding. Now, in fairness, connecting a ferry terminal to a train terminal is not super simple. So it makes sense that this is a little far away. And now that I know how to do it, it should be easy next time. Oh, Marin. Just lovely up here. Morning. I don't really know what time this train comes, but it should be here soonish. So heading over to the there's the train. It is 8:40 in the morning, and once I figure out if I'm gonna miss this train or not, I'll tell you what I did wrong. One last time, say it with me now. Train, train. First things first. Oh. Tag on. Need to find a schedule. There should be schedules in here somewhere. Oh, here we go. All right, I am in Larkspur. It is 8:45. The next train leaves northbound 9:20. A little after 8:45. My train will be here in a little bit more than 30 minutes, which is longer than I wanted, but it's not that bad. It is not even close to the longest I will have to wait for a transfer on this trip. Not even close. Got a little freaked out there in San Francisco because my ferry left 40 minutes earlier than I thought it was supposed to. Here's what I did wrong. I thought the ferry just goes back and forth between Larkspur and San Francisco, and that is true, but there's more than one of them at this time of day because there are so many commuters coming from Marin into San Francisco, it makes sense to have more than one ferry. That's on me, that's my bad. The Flipboard in San Francisco listed that 8 a.m. ferry as a rail connection, meaning that it's intended for you to take that ferry and then come up here to take this train. But the train company disagrees. They do not list it as a timed connection. And that is why I got confused. That is good news, however. It means we are ahead of schedule and we will get on one train earlier heading up to beautiful Santa Rosa, California. I doubt Russian River Brewing will be open by the time we get there, but if it is, my next ride will be on the SMART train, and I don't know why it exists, but I'm glad it does. It is lovely. SMART maybe stands for Sonoma Marin Area Transit. I'm not totally sure. Sonoma Marin Area Rail Transit. How about that? But if you've never been, Sonoma and Marin are incredible. This train goes through some of the nicest area in the bay. That is the SMART train platform. Over there is the ferry terminal. And that is the bridge that I came up earlier. Not the easiest transfer in the world, so if you've got any difficulty getting around, I would definitely investigate that SMART connector. And that's my train. Now, I am notorious for almost missing my connections. It's, I guess, a signature of this channel. I suspect this journey will be no different, but at the moment, I am ahead of schedule. I don't even need to get on this train. I could get on the next one. This is a pretty absurd journey and we've got a long way to go, but at the moment, I'm feeling great. I love this train. The highlight is definitely the views that we will see along the way, but these seats are so comfortable. The tables are great. I think there might even be outlets. Yep, there are outlets. You can bring a bike on here, plenty of storage space. It's a great train. I'm checking the schedules, trying to see if there's any way to get up there even faster, but it seems like my next bus is going to be the limiting factor. There's only one. It will take me pretty far, which means they don't run it that often. And we're off. Just one stop north, and I've already realized I've made another mistake. I don't know what to do on my next connection. This train connects to the bus I need to take north in multiple places, I think. I'm also concerned that the train stop I was gonna get off on is now closed. Oh boy. And while I can't treat this like most problems and hope that it solves itself, I can, for at least a few moments, enjoy the train ride. Marin is famous for a lot of reasons. One of them is the landscape. It's incredible. The train doesn't go through famous places like the Marin Headlands, Muir Woods, or any of the famous beaches, and I spent most of this ride trying to figure out how to connect to my next ride. But there's just something about Marin. It's just nice up here. This building has an interesting history. It was at one time the headquarters of Birkenstock USA. Where else? Now it's for sale. Perhaps the thing I like most about the SMART train is that it has bathrooms on board. If you try something like this, the best advice I can give you is to use the bathroom every chance you get. All right, here's the deal. Everything's fine. I actually have two options. Neither one of them is amazing. I can either go all the way north to the airport and catch the bus there, or I can stop in downtown Santa Rosa and catch the bus there. Rodert Park means just one more station to Santa Rosa. Well, I guess it was open. Downtown Santa Rosa, just lovely. Home of Charles Schultz. Here's the deal. I guess I could have gone further and connected at the airport. A couple things to know about Santa Rosa. One, I've been here before. Two, I've never been further north than this in California. So the rest of this is all uncharted territory. Another interesting thing, if I had gotten on that later train and that later ferry, I think I would have missed my bus. Got about 45 minutes to walk over to the transfer station. Don't know where that is, but it should be plenty of time. (10:45), and this building right here is the world famous Russian River Brewing. Unfortunately, they don't open until 11 and my bus leaves at 11:30. So not today. This is cool. So here's what happened. I'm about to get on the 65 to Ukiah. The 65 stops at Smart Train. I thought Smart Train was what I just got off. Smart Train is actually the next stop north. If I had taken the later ferry and the later Smart Train, pretty sure I would have missed it. It's hard not to feel like that's a sign of good things to come. If my luck is this good already, I think I got this. A lot of available retail space, but what a lovely town. I see buses. Fine. All right, here we go. Santa Rosa Transit Mall. We need the 65? 65, N1. I am here, other side. Would love to find a schedule. 65. 11:35. So this next bus runs just twice a day, and essentially my entire plan is built off this bus. It runs in 40 minutes at 11:45 and in 5 hours at 4. I believe as long as I get on this bus, I should have a fairly smooth ride almost to Oregon. I don't really know if I'm taking the fastest or the best or the most direct route from San Francisco to Seattle, but I know that as long as I get on this bus, I'm taking a route. Now that we've got 30-40 minutes or so to relax before this bus gets here, we should probably address the elephant in the room. Why am I really doing this? Yes, it is about where I'm going in Seattle, and here's one more hint for that. It's a cuisine you probably don't know a lot about. The better way to get from San Francisco to Seattle is to fly. It's more efficient. It might even cost less. So I guess I don't really know why I'm doing this. I do have some ideas. It's possible that this might be the most fun way to get from San Francisco to Seattle, and we all need some fun. That said, it is starting to set in just how long this is gonna take. 3 days, if I'm lucky. Now, in an effort to not have to use the bathroom, I haven't had a sip of water today, but that's a problem we could run into soon. Another problem we might run into, I just checked the fare for this next bus, and it's $20, so we probably need to find an ATM. There is a Bank of America right there, but it's closed. 11:11, make a wish. Mine is that you hit subscribe. Well, it's remarkable that what I'm doing is even possible, I think. The reality is that there's a lot of time spent just waiting around. Obviously. This isn't something that most people would consider. But similar things have been done. And people do take these buses for real. Bus should be here any minute, so time to head back over. Oh wow, that's it. That is my bus. Back there, there it is. Not exactly what I was expecting, but it'll do.
How you doing today?
Doing well, how are you?
Doing good. Where are you trying to get to?
Heading to Ukiah.
Ukiah.
Ukiah? Oh man.
I've heard that a
It
lot.
was a 50-50.
Yeah, you're close. Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. Ukiah, not Ukiah. I actually knew that. I had a feeling I would mess that up in this video, and I've done it. I believe I have taken my last train at least for a couple days. This is somewhere between a small bus and a big bus, and it's actually really nice. These seats are comfortable. I'm excited for this ride. As excited as someone can be anyway. That guy is wearing an Ithaca College jacket. Long way from there. And we're off, leaving Santa Rosa. I believe we've got about an hour and a half on this bus before our next connection. You're probably wondering what someone does on a bus adventure like this. I spent a fair amount of time writing. Writing what? A lot of things. The words you're listening to now, and words you'll never hear. Exactly one person joined us at the Santa Rosa airport. Perhaps the smallest airport that I've ever seen. And there goes the Smart Train. Pretty sure I was not gonna make that. Oh, what luck. Yeah, that's incorrect. Anything can happen, but at least based on the schedule, I'd have had 2 minutes to make this transfer. And turns out we didn't even stop at the train station. But that's all behind us now. Uncharted territory for me, and I'm guessing for you too. Back on the 101 North, things got good. This is a legendary highway. It snakes through Marin and north through wine country.
with views of rolling hills and esoteric art projects. This is perhaps the most colorful bus stop that I've ever seen. Hopland, California.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Have a good day.
Do you know the 101 bus? Does that pick up right here as well?
Yeah, it's gonna. Where are you trying to get to?
Going up to Eureka. Thank you, MTA. That was a lovely experience. This is not my bus. Hope everyone's okay. This, however, is not my bus stop. Means I've got about an hour to use the bathroom, most importantly, maybe get some food, and definitely find my next bus stop. I think over here, maybe? Should be somewhere over here. Don't see anything though over there. I think it might be across the street. There's a bus stop. This looks better.
If I make this connection, I can get another 6 hours north. If I miss it, I'm stuck in Ukiah until tomorrow.
Here we go. Looking for the 101. Don't see it. Well, this, I will be honest, is not good. NSE 101. Gotta find this bus. Google Maps has it right here, but I don't see a schedule. This is Home Depot. This is definitely not it. Fairtree Center, Ross. Okay. I need Humboldt Transit. I feel like it's close. It's around here somewhere. I see Lake Transit. I see MTA, but that's what I was just on. I need Ride Humboldt HTA. The website says this bus will get me at North Orchard Ave in Ukiah, Pear Tree Center, Ross. This is Ross behind me. It's gotta be this, right? Gets here at 2:15. It is 1:08, so about an hour. There's a schedule for every other bus that picks up at this location, but not mine. I just think this has to be it. I still have not consumed any water today other than the coffee I had this morning. So maybe let's find a restaurant. There is a smoothie restaurant back across the street, which might be a good call.
But I found a Wi-Fi network that doesn't require a password. So it's research time. Connecting to public unsecured Wi-Fi networks may seem a bit cavalier, but I don't really worry about my data getting sold on the internet anymore. And that's thanks to today's sponsor, Incogni. I love Incogni, and that's because I hate spam, junk mail, and robocalls. But I don't want to live my life in fear of my data getting out there. Even your day-to-day internet usage gives data brokers the opportunity to get their hands on your personal information. Data brokers are the companies that sell your data to anyone for any reason. The good news is that you can fight back. The bad news is that with hundreds of data brokers all over the internet, each with a different process for deleting your data, fighting back is effectively impossible. Incogni to the rescue. Incogni automates the process of reaching out to data brokers to delete your data, and they even follow up to make sure that that process is complete. So take your personal data back with Incogni. Use code AdamExplores at the link below to get 60% off an annual plan. With my data security in good hands, we can get back to focusing on the adventure.
Well, there is a subway. Stick to the plan. I'll go with the P's and Q's, please.
Bathroom complete.
Thank you.
Is there anything more American than 32 ounces being a medium? It was good though.
Thank you. You too. It is 1:40 right now, and my bus gets here at 2:15, so 35 minutes, we got some time to kill. Ukiah, this is my first time here, and it seems lovely. We are very much on the outside of town. I imagine downtown is quite a bit nicer, but certainly not a bad place for a layover. There is a bus over there, so I'm gonna go investigate that. No, it's definitely not a bus stop. What does that say? Ride Humboldt. That's gotta be it. Let's go say hi. There's nobody in there. Ride Humboldt. I mean, this has to be it. Oh, this was right. I guess that's my bus. I am standing right where my last bus let me off, and the bus behind me, I believe, is my next bus. I thought I was gonna get picked up over there, but it seems like I'm in the right spot after all. Not sure how I didn't realize this until now, but I just said hi to somebody back in the smoothie shop, went to use the bathroom. Again, use the bathroom whenever you can. The guy I said hi to had a Humboldt County Transit shirt on, and I was like, oh, that's cool, cool shirt. Obviously, that's my bus driver. Now, I'll be honest, I'm a little concerned that I have this whole thing confused. Bus should be leaving in about 10 minutes, so I'm just gonna hang out here where I can see both bus stops. I'm feeling pretty confident that that is my bus, but if it turns out not to be, I'm prepared to make a mad dash across the street. Tell you what, the clientele definitely shifts based on where you are and when you're there. Big difference between the people getting on this bus compared to the people getting on the ferry in Marin. I guess that just goes to show that public transit does a lot of things for a lot of people. And here we go. Hi, how you doing?
Good, how about you?
Good.
Where to today?
Going to Eureka.
Okay.
Or Crescent City. You go as far as Eureka, is that right?
In the end, after all that stress, the bus stopped at both places. Almost immediately, one of my co-riders started heckling the driver. Little AC would be nice. The other lane's a lot smoother. I think we're in for an interesting ride. From Santa Rosa and Ukiah north, there are a few different options for how to do this. But now that we've committed to this bus, the NSE 101, my next few rides are the only option. This is Mendocino County. It's my first time here, and I've got to say, it has a distinct vibe. Different than anywhere I've been in California. I'm interested to see what Humboldt has to offer. We'll be on this bus for 3.5 hours. Total cost? $2. Thank you, taxpayers. That is a long time, though. Wish me luck. A lot of people think of California as exclusively rich, obnoxious coastal elites. And let me assure you, we have those in spades. But this state is big. There's a lot of diversity here. Shout out to my bus driver for handling this situation like a boss. Rattlesnake Summit, and there is no one on the road up here. This is so much more remote than my trip to Los Angeles. The buses are smaller, the rides are longer, but I've got no complaints about the views.
Break time. Sounds good to me. I'm doing well. How are you? Break time here at the Peg House in Leggett, California. Up in the Redwoods. It's super nice here. Always love a bathroom break on a long bus drive. Just 2 of us left on the bus at this point, not including the driver. Our driver is killing it, just doing an excellent job. Not gonna lie, the boredom is truly starting to set in now. This is inevitable on any journey like this. I like to think of it as pros and cons. The pros, you're gonna see some pretty cool things and you don't have to drive. The cons, you're gonna be a little bit bored at times. I believe my next bus is the last one we can take for today. Maybe, we'll find out later.
Back on the road with summer approaching, construction is the name of the game. Shouldn't be an issue for my next bus though. We've got 15 minutes to figure it out. And this is where the classic California scenery really came to life. Towering redwoods, winding rivers, and rolling hills for days. This is officially Humboldt County, and to my delight, it has a character that is unique to itself. And now that we've passed this Amtrak bus, there's nothing to slow us down. That over there is the Lost Coast. Called that because there is no highway along the coast. Someday, I'll visit. But today, that haze just heightens the mystery. Normally on a trip like this, I listen to music to try and find songs to play in the video. But the amount of cell service on this trip makes that impossible. This is a good sign. It means that we're almost to the reason that I chose this route.
Thank you so much. Eureka. Do you happen to know if there's a bathroom around or?
You might be able to go to Lost Coast.
The Lost Coast Brewery is closed on Tuesday.
If not, there's a trash can right there too.
Yeah. Well, thank you again. I appreciate it. 5 minutes this way. There's a public restroom. It has a 2-star review because apparently it's never open. I have 10 minutes, which I guess is about perfect. We are almost to the ocean, which means it's quite a bit colder here. I chose this route by the ocean because it's gonna look pretty cool, I hope. Oh no, this is bad news. 5:55. Time is not on our side. No. Why even have them? Public restrooms are locked. Why even have them? Well, the reviews were right, and we've got 4 minutes to get back. I think that should be just enough. Hopefully there's a break on this next bus. Eureka, interesting little town. Seems like there are some lovely places, and I see people waiting, which I think means I made the bus. But I can tell you one thing for sure. I definitely did not use a bathroom. Well, here it is.
The bus was further delayed by a group of kids trying to argue their way into a free ride.
You're not letting you guys on?
Yeah.
In the end, they won.
Can I tap today?
Yeah, how you going?
Is Crescent City your last stop?
Yeah.
I'm going there, please.
All right, it's $12 from here, so make sure you tap when you get off.
Tap off, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
It's the middle of the night and the doorbell rings.
Leaving town, we got views of the bay, and that means the ocean isn't far away. Unfortunately, with public transit, there are always pros and cons. There are 9 people on this bus. I think I'm the only person who paid. But whatever. Students, seniors, and people with disabilities ride for free. There's a dog. It's not super well behaved. Fine. Public means everyone is welcome. We'll be on this bus for another 3.5 hours, and I'm officially not having fun anymore. The ocean views aren't what I thought they'd be. Not yet, anyway. This isn't the nicest transit I've been on today, but it's absolutely fine. And these views would be better in the morning when the sun is on the other side. But they're still great. This ride is going okay, I suppose. The views are incredible, but I've really got to pee. And the road is a windy one, so I've got a touch of motion sickness coming on. Staring at the sun isn't helping. With an hour left in the journey, we cut inland. Here, the towering redwoods create an almost spooky environment. Not long after, the sun began to set. Now, I'm not going to focus on it, but there's a lot of poverty in this area. There are also a lot of what look like hard-working people that don't make as much money and still live very fulfilling lives.
Thank you, appreciate it. Well, I really cannot recommend this trip. I could really use a bathroom, but I forgot about that because I'm pretty nauseous. Booked a hotel, and I think it's just right over here. I hope. Cold. It's definitely cold. All right, that's it over there. Thank goodness. Well, that's much better. Oh, still not feeling great, but I'm starving. We gotta find some food. I was told that Crescent City is called the Paris of California, and I think I may have been lied to. Looks like just about everything in Crescent City is closed.
Except for
Little Caesars, of course. I will admit, this is my first ever Little Caesars pizza. Looks all right. Well, that's not bad. I don't know if it's because the only thing I've eaten today was that smoothie, but this is decent pizza. Time to rest up because tomorrow we've got to be back over at that bus stop by 6:05 a.m.
And tomorrow is when I'll take the most beautiful ride of this trip, the most unexpected, and I'll try to get on a bus that requires reservations without one. And you can see if that works next time.
In the meantime, if you enjoyed this adventure, I suggest you check out this one where I try the best and worst of Japan's trains. Hit subscribe so you catch the next one, and thanks for watching.